Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Markets to Watch from Smack the Markets for week commencing the 21st of October. So the start of this week, we got a rather light news schedule, not an awful lot there on the slate to drive trader sentiment. Having said that, the main events, of course, off the news schedule, off that fundamental calendar, and that being the Brexit decision, which is still ongoing. We're likely to hear a lot more news flow on that going through the course of this week, and that's likely to have an impact on Great British Pound and Euro related markets. Also on the news front, we also have the US and China trade pact, or this first part of their trade deal, which still is being discussed, but we're hearing more positive comments now coming out of China. So some further progression going on there. So let's take a look at a few markets here that we're keeping a close eye on in the trading room. So if we come to the US markets first of all and take a look at the Dow Jones futures contract here, we can see that the market here is back again around our key level here around 26,800. Certainly from these higher time frame, these macro picture perspective, the markets are looking more stronger, more bullish, I think, especially with the higher lows forming here in the markets and sort of market compressing up against some rather sort of key decision point areas. If we come down the time frames though and take a look at this in more detail on the daily time frame, we can see that the markets recently retraced off 27 and now sitting underneath that 26,800. So from the daily time frame, things looking more from a technical perspective, more mixed. Certainly 26,800 needs to be broken to get a nice run up to 27,000 again, and then a breakthrough here puts us into that sort of trading window, moving up to the old highs, and that is so we've got some significant resistance, but some decent sized trading windows for the market to move higher. However, on the short side, a continuation short and a rejection of 26,800, well, sees possibly the market back down into 26,500, and that is a very sort of key level for this particular market, and that's sort of the next sort of trading window underneath price. Now, if we take a look at this lower time frames down onto the 4-hour time frame, again, doesn't really help. We've got these sort of key structure points where the market's around. So I think we've got a key decision point at 26,800 yet again, and I'll be looking at how the market reacts once the cash market opens. So as summary here, if we get weaker prices, if the market can't push above 26,800, then I think we'll probably be seeing 26,500 on the cards in the first half of the week. If not, we could be seeing, if the market can break above 26,800, then we could be seeing 27 and possibly even pushing above that 27,000 level going into the first half of this week. Now, if we come down to the commodities, and our favorite commodity this morning is platinum. Taking a look at this on the higher time frames, you can get some sort of perspective as to what's happening. On the weekly, the market is within the context of a long trend, and price has been sort of consolidating around this sort of key 900 level for the past sort of few weeks. You can see that the market is now sort of compressed right up. It's sitting right around that 900 price point. And if we take a look at this on the daily time frame, you can see that the market's sort of found support at the sort of key 880 level, and now we're sort of pressing up against that 900 level. So my preference here is to look for long opportunities if the market can push above 900, and looking at opportunities between up here from 900 up towards these sort of next sort of price point up here around this sort of 930 area. And it's a fairly sort of decent size trading window there on some of these lower time frames. Now, from the currency markets perspective, one of the markets that we're keeping a very close eye on this morning is the Aussie yen. So trying to sort of steer away from some of the more obvious Great British Pound, sterling and euro markets, which could change at any time due to the sort of news flow. Taking advantage of the weaker yen is Aussie yen is one of our favorite markets here. Now, one of the reasons for this is that taking a look at this on the weekly chart, we can see that the market is recently breaking through a bit of a level through here. It's around sort of 74.50. You can see that the market now has sort of made a higher low and now a higher high, and there is a decent size sort of trading window there going all the way up to the sort of 76 price point here on the weekly chart. Now this is a recent turnaround on the weekly, but on the lower time frames, these markets are already in confirmed long trends. So if you take a look at this on the daily chart, we can see that we've got good geometry at the moment. The market's sort of breaking through this level, which is much clearly and easily tested on the daily time frame. Above the market here, we can see that price is within a trading window up to around 75.20 to 76. And then above that, we've got that price point up here at 76,000. So we've got some decent size trading windows and good structure to the long side. Come down to the lower time frames and we can see that we've got good trend formation on the 4 hour, the 8 hour, the mid time frames, and all of the lower time frames today as well. So our preference is to look at opportunities once these markets pull back into value areas and utilizing our trend following trading techniques in order to be able to gain entries. So there's a few markets there that we're keeping a close eye on at the beginning of this week. I certainly hope it helps. Look forward to speaking to you next time. Bye for now.